Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. Today's practice is going to be a repeat of my last night's live in-person practice. We've had some bad weather here in Ottawa and a lot of people couldn't make it out last night, so I thought I would repeat this practice for video so people could check it out. So I want to start lying on our backs. You can bring your feet to a butterfly position or your legs to a butterfly position. Bring the soles of the feet together, letting the knees fall open. If you don't like this, feel free to extend your legs or bring your knees up towards one another. Arms can rest. You can make like the same shape with your arms as you do with your legs. And bring your hands up overhead to rest on the mat, or you can rest your arms next to your body. Maybe on your body, cupping the ribs. We'll just take a couple of nice, easy breaths here. You want to practice now a full part breath. So begin to lengthen the inhale. Hold breath at the top of your inhale. A long, slow exhale. Hold yourself empty. And inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. So continue in this pattern with the 4 parts. Inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Trying to keep each part the same length. But you can make the breaths as long as feels good for you. Start to bring your own pattern, your own rhythm to the breath. After your next exhale, you can return to your natural breath. Start to bring your knees up towards one another, and then pull them into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Maybe sway from side to side or make some circles with your knees to make it feel good. And then extend your right leg and lift your left heel up towards the ceiling. You can wrap your hands around the back of your thigh if you like. Point and flex your toes or make some circles. Just working into that foot a little bit. Finding a little bit of a stretch in the hamstring, the calf. Try and keep your upper body as nice and relaxed as you can here. And then bring your left knee back into your chest. Keep the knee pulled in. You can bring your hands over the kneecap if you like, or the shin. And keep the knee pulled in and point all 10 toes towards the front of the mat. From here, tuck your chin. So you're going to lift your head and you're looking down your body. And then start to roll your shoulder blades up off the mat. You can stay just like this, or you can reach your hands forward. I like palms up here, just extending the fingertips forward towards the front of the mat. You can stay like this, and you can lift that right heel. Just a full cycle of breath here. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, relax your head, your neck, your shoulders down onto the mat. Bring both knees into your chest. And let's try the other side. Extend the left leg, lift the right. Wake up your feet, your ankles, your toes. Making some circles, pointing and flexing. Just moving around any way that feels good. That just let your foot, your body lead here. And then let's pull the right knee into the chest. And bring your hands around towards the top of your shin or your knee. Tuck your chin. So first lifting the head, looking straight down along your body towards those left toes. Pointing all 10 toes towards the front of the mat. You can stay here or start to lift the shoulder blades up off the mat. Stay here or reach the hands towards the front of the mat. Last thing, you can lift the left heel if you like. Full cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. Both knees into the chest. You can roll your shoulders, your head back down onto the mat. Some more circles or maybe swaying. And then let your heels drop to the mat next to your sits bones. Tuck your shoulder blades in and flatten your spine down onto the floor so your low back is touching the mat. Hands next to your hips, palms face down. And we'll come to just a very easy bridge pose, lifting the hips. I know it's beginning of practice, so it might not be your highest bridge ever. Just taking a breath in. And then exhale, roll the spine back down onto the mat. Bring your knees into your chest one more time. Hold on to the backs of your knees, tuck your chin, and start to rock. The length of your spine, coming all the way up to sit, and then rocking over your feet to a tabletop pose. Or make it to tabletop any way that works for you. Here we'll do a couple of cat and cow poses. So inhale to lift the tailbone, drop the tummy, gaze comes forward. And exhale to round. Couple more times. Let's just move through these poses. Inhale to a tabletop pose. Curl the toes under and lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Feel free to move around here, pedal your feet, swing your hips, walk your feet wide, and then walk them back towards one another. Let's inhale to lift the left heel. And as we exhale, bring your left foot towards the front of the mat. Settle your right knee down onto the mat and inhale up to a 90-90 lunge. So that right hip is right over the right knee. Left knee's at a square over the ankle. Just have the left hand take the right hand and arc to the left side. Nice side stretch. Stretch on the right side of the body. Big breath in. exhale, inhale, hands, crown of the head high. And exhale, bring your hands down, frame that front foot. And I want to slither your left foot back behind you, coming to like a three-legged tabletop pose. Bend your knee so the sole of your foot is facing the ceiling, and then lift that foot a little bit so that you feel some engagement in the back of your leg and in your glute, your left glute. You can stay like this, or we can try a bind, taking your right hand, reach forward, up, back and around. See if you can find that left foot. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Not a big deal. And bring your gaze forward, kick the left foot into the right hand. One breath. Inhale to find extension, left foot back, right hand forward. As we exhale, right hand comes down. Now you can bring your left toes to the mat or keep it lifted. Pivot on your right knee, bring the toes off the mat just to give you a little bit of support. And we're going to come to a side plank on the right, facing the left. So you can stay like this with your left leg lifted. You can bring your left foot down onto the mat. Or if you like, you can bend your knee and take your left foot with your left hand. Just another little back bend here. Big breath in wherever you are. As we exhale, let's bring the left hand down, the left knee down. Maybe make some circles with your body. Go one way and then the other. And then when you're ready, find downward facing dog. Let's take a couple of breaths here. You can be still or move around. It's up to you. Next, inhale, lift the right heel. As we exhale, bring that right foot forward between the hands. Settle your left knee. And inhale up to your crescent lunge. Exhale, sink the shoulders. Turn the tailbone down. Right hand takes the left wrist, and as you inhale, let's take a nice side stretch. Arcing to the right, stretching the left side. Full breath here, just nice, easy breath. Inhale to bring the hands up. Exhale, bring the hands down either side of your right foot. And as we inhale, we're going to bring that right foot back behind us, three-legged table. Bend your knee so the sole of your foot is facing the ceiling. And then press the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling so that you're engaging the hamstring, the glute on the right side. You can stay like this or try the bind, reaching forward, up and back with the left hand, looking for that right foot. Sometimes finding the right foot, like you're waving at it, you're close, that can be the hardest part. But really reaching forward, up and back, making that big circle with your left hand, full range of the motion with the shoulder really gives you the space to reach back and find the foot. One more breath. And then when you're ready, inhale to extend. As you exhale, left hand down. I like to just bring my left toes up off the mat for a little bit of balance. Keeping the right foot up or down, finding a side plank. I guess either side plank, supported or kneeling half moon, or if you like, bend your right knee. Take that foot, that ankle with your right hand. Wherever you are, just nice easy breath. Inhale, make your way back to tabletop pose. Hands and feet all in their proper spots. And as we exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Nice breath here. As you On your next inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, bring the knees down onto the mat. Cross your ankles and roll over your feet. Scoot your feet forward and then scoot your hips to the center of the mat. You can roll your shoulders back. Bring the soles of your feet onto the mat. Bring your heels in close. Now we're going to practice boat pose. So options, have your hands on the mat behind you. Roll the shoulders towards one another. Open up across the collarbones. You can stay like this, or we can reach the hands forward. Toes can stay on the mat, or you can reach the shins parallel to the ceiling. Actually, you can have the shins parallel to the ceiling and the fingertips on the floor. Take any variation you like here. Now, what's important is that your spine is long and your chest is reaching up towards the ceiling. So no rounding here. And I want to tap the right toes to the mat and then lift. Left toes to the mat. Lift. Keep your spine long. Right toes. And then up. Left toes. And then up. Ooh. One more time. Right toes. Up. Left toes. Up. Now, bring your right shin down onto the mat underneath your left knee and your left foot down onto the mat. Might need hands to support yourself or not. To come forward, bring your weight into your left foot, hands frame that foot, and we're going to bring the right foot back to the back of the mat. Settle the right knee and inhale up. Once again to your 90-90 lunge. Big breath in. As we exhale, bring your hands to the base of the spine. Interlace the fingers. Roll the elbows towards one another. Turn the tailbone down so you have a nice long spine. And start to press your knuckles towards your right heel. Big breath in. You can start to make a little back bend here by lifting the rib cage, lifting the chest. Notice I'm keeping my neck out of it though. The chin stays tucked, or my gaze is mostly still forward towards the front of my mat, towards the front of the room. Next, inhale, bring the crown of the head, the fingertips high. As we exhale, let's bring the hands down, frame the front foot, and bring your right foot forward to meet the left. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, soften the knees, and come all the way up to stand. Hands up, you can look up if that feels good. And then bring your hands back to your chest. Bring your big toes together, knees together. Heels can be slightly apart. Bring your hands to your hips. I want to come down now into a low little squat. So you can bring your fingertips to the mat and bring your hips down, or you can keep your hands at your hips. Come all the way down. Separate your knees wide so you can lean even further forward between your knees. Reach the hands forward. And I want to make our way back to boat pose. So you can put your hands on the mat to support yourself as you come down, or you can lower the hips, lift the shins, and come right into boat pose. Big breath in. Exhale, tap the right toes. Inhale, lift the right shin. Exhale, tap the left toes. Inhale, lift the left shin. Continue in this pattern. Taking it easy, rolling the shoulders back, keeping length in the spine. And now on your next exhale, left shin is going to come down under your right knee. Right foot comes down. Using your hands, or maybe not, come forward, hands down, step your left foot back to the back of the mat. Settle the left knee, and inhale up to your 90-90 lunge. Hands up, shoulders drop. Turn the tailbone down for that nice stretch in the left hip. You can bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and press the knuckles towards your left heel. Roll your shoulders back and towards one another behind you. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. foot. Lift the left knee. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Forward fold and ragdoll pose. And then let's soften the knees, come all the way up to stand. Hands up, you can look up. As we exhale, hands to your hips. We're going to come down to that little low squat again. So you can either have your hip come to a forward fold first, or you can come right down into your squat. Once you're down, let the knees come wide, reach the hands forward, and find boat pose. This time, we're going to find our way to a low boat. So extend your heels towards the front of the mat so they're hovering over the mat, and bring your low back to the mat. Reaching the hands forward, the gaze forward, and back to boat pose. Let's bring the right shin down, the left foot down. Bring the hips forward, hands to the mat. Step your right foot back to the back of the mat. This time we're going to leave the right shin, or the right knee up off the mat, stay on the toes, and inhale up to your crescent lunge. Big breath in. As we exhale, goddess the arms. Elbows straight out from the shoulders, palms facing forward. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bring your arms, your elbows even further back. And then exhale, forearms together. Inhale. Exhale. Just opening and closing with the breath. Next, inhale. Reach the hands up overhead. As we exhale, warrior two. Right heels down. Hands are reaching out towards the front and back of the mat. Take a moment, just pivot on your feet, get comfortable. And then our next inhale, we're going to reverse the warrior. Right hand drops, left hand lifts up and back. Nice big stretch. Inhale, warrior two. As we exhale, I want to find a Skandasana pose, but a high Skandasana. So you're going to bend into the right knee, left toes are probably going to lift, and your right hip's going to come down about as high, till it's about as high as your right knee. Arms can reach out to the sides. On your next inhale, I want to come all the way back to your reverse warrior. So straighten the right leg, bend the left, drop the right hand, lift the left up and back. Let's try and flow with this. Exhale to your Skandasana variation. Inhale to reverse warrior. Two more times. Exhale to the back of the mat. Inhale, bend into the front. Last time. Exhale, Skandasana, side lunge. Inhale, reverse. As we exhale this time, extended side angle. So your left elbow is going to come to the left knee. Right, whoops, losing my balance here. Right hand's going to reach up to the ceiling. You can bring your left fingertips to the mat inside your left foot if you like. Big breath in. From here, I want to turn this into a half moon pose. We practiced it on our knee earlier. Now we're just going to do the same thing on our hand, on our foot. So bring your right hand to your right hip. Maybe pop that right foot in a couple of inches. Left hand's going to come to the mat or maybe forward of the mat. I like to line my thumb up with the pinky toe of my left foot. Start to pour your weight into your left foot. Squeeze into the right outer hip to lift your right heel. Right hand can stay at the hip or reach up to the ceiling. It's up to you. One more breath. Looking down at the floor is going to help with balance. Looking elsewhere is going to challenge it. On your next exhale, soften both your knees. Bring your left foot next to your right. Soften the knees a lot. And inhale, hands up, chair pose. Exhale, make your way up to stand. Take a big breath in. And exhale, make your way back into your little bitty squat. Knees can come wide. Exhale, boat pose. Taking a moment here, rolling the shoulders towards one another. You can always extend the toes up for a straight-legged boat pose if you like. Low boat, bringing the heels forward towards the front of the mat, hovering the low back to the mat. Boat pose. This time, the right shin comes down underneath the left foot. I bet. This time, the left shin comes down underneath the right. We're gonna bring ourselves forward, lifting the hips, sending the left foot back to the back of the mat. This feels more right. Left knee stays up this time. And inhale up, crescent lunge. Exhale, goddess the arms. Inhale, open the arms a little wider. And exhale, bring your forearms together. Inhale. And exhale. Just like you're opening cupboard doors. Inhale, really broad across the collarbones. And then as you exhale, broaden the shoulder blade. We're bringing the forearms together right from the elbows to the fingertips. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, fingertips high. Back to crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Take a moment here. Get nice and comfortable in your warrior two pose. And on your next inhale, we can reverse. Left hand to the left thigh, turn your right palm up, and reach that right hand up and back. Keep pushing forward with that right knee. Now, let's make our way back, warrior two. And we'll take Skandasana, straightening the right leg, maybe lifting those toes, bending into the left knee. Spine's gonna be with chest is facing the floor, spine parallel to the floor, reaching the arms out to the sides. Now let's flow with it. So inhale all the way to your reverse warrior, landing the right foot, making sure we've got a nice deep bend in the right knee. And then exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, and exhale. Of course, I don't really count these. I just do it until it feels good. So sometimes I might not be 100% even from one side to the other. And I would encourage you to do it until it feels good as well. Let's let this one be the last one. Reverse the warrior. Extended side angle now. Exhaling, right elbow to right knee. Left hand is reaching up and over. You can bring your right fingertips to the floor if you like, but really try and roll that left shoulder back so your chest is not facing the floor. Gaze wherever it feels good for your neck. One more breath. Let's bring the right hand to the right hip. Then tick-tock your left foot forward a couple inches just to give yourself a little more space to reach forward with the right hand. Line your pinky toe up with your thumb. Bring your weight into your right foot. Lift the left till it's about hip height. Left hand can stay at your hip. Or you can reach it up towards the ceiling. One more breath in. As we exhale, soften both your knees. Bring your left foot down to meet the right. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, come all the way back to stand. Exhale, little low squat. We're going to run through this sequence again. I'm going to change things up at the end a little bit. So exhale, hips down. Inhale, boat pose. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, boat. Inhale, right shin down, lifting the hips. Exhale, right foot steps back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, goddess arms. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, forearms together. Inhale, fingertips high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, Skandasana. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, prepare for half moon. And exhale, lift that right heel. Stay here for the inhale. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, come up to stand, bring your right knee high. As we exhale, soften the left knee, bring your right ankle over the left knee. Hands to prayer at your chest, sinking the hips back and down, figure four. You can have your left hand at your left hip, right hand at the right knee. Sink, 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 sink. One more breath. Inhale, coming back up, hands at the hips, right knee forward. You can extend that right leg if you want, and then settle your right foot down next to the left. Big breath in. Exhale, little low yogi squat. Inhale, opening the knees, reaching forward. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, bow pose. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, extend for low boat. And exhale, boat. This time, the left shin comes back down. Bringing our weight into the right foot, lifting the hips. And exhale, step the left foot back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, goddess arms. Inhale, squeeze your elbows open. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, forearms together. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Keep that right knee bent deeply. Now as we exhale, straighten the right knee, bend the left, Skandasana, this high Skandasana variation. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, prepare for half moon. And exhale, lift the left heel. Big breath in here. Exhale, soften both your knees. Left foot meets the right. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, sink your hips. Inhale, come on all the way up to stand, left knee high. Exhale, hands to the heart as you bring your left ankle to your right knee. Figure four, standing figure four. You can stay with your hands at your heart, bring your left hand to your left knee, right hand to your right hip. It's really up to you. Sinking the hips back and down, getting a nice stretch in the outer left hip. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale. And then inhale, come all the way up, left knee high. You can extend that left heel if you like. And then settle the left foot down next to the right. Inhale, hands up. Exhale. Let's bring the feet wide and come into a low yogi squat from here. Now the elbows are inside the knees, maybe the hands are at heart. Hands to the mat. Step your feet back into a downward facing dog. Feet are about hip width apart, head's heavy. Next breath in, float forward, high plank pose. On your toes or on your knees. Exhale, lift hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Now from here, I want to do a plank sequence. So you can use knees or toes on the mat as you move through the sequence. We're going to inhale forward to high plank. As we exhale, I want to move to side plank on the right. So roll to your outer right foot, inner left foot. Left heel's going to lift while your chest turns to the left. Left hand can reach high. Big breath in. Now, as you exhale, the left forearm is going to come down onto the mat. Roll to the outer left foot, inner right foot. Right hand reaches. Big breath in. Exhale. Right forearm comes down to the mat. Roll up onto your toes. You're briefly in a forearm plank. And then roll onto the outer right foot, inner left. Left hand lifts, forearm plank on the right side. Now, the left hand's gonna come down to the mat, roll onto your toes, and lift up to side plank on the left, on your left hand. As we exhale, right hand comes down. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, bring your knees down onto the mat. Cross your ankles, roll over your feet, and scooch to the center of the mat. We're gonna come all the way down onto the back now. We're done with the planks, the lunges, the flows. Come down onto the back. You can bring your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side a little bit. And then let's finish practice with an easy recline twist. Hands can come out to the side, knees to the left. Gaze over to the right. Just a couple of easy breaths here. Coming back up to center. And let your knees come over to the other side. I got a little wall here. Left shoulder blades down on the mat. Just taking it nice and easy here. And as always, if there's any variation on this pose that you like, go ahead and take it. Make it feel good. Inhale, back up to center. As we exhale, just be here for a moment. You can bring your knees into your chest. This last few moments before Savasana, I'll encourage you to take any pose that feels good for you. So shut your eyes, let your body take the lead. Maybe you want to head into Savasana, maybe you want, there's another pose or shape or movement you want to take. And when you're ready, find yourself in your final resting pose. So this can be corpse pose, with your lying flat out on your back with your legs extended, and your palms facing up. Or you can make any little movements, changes to that so that to increase your comfort till you are completely relaxed and comfortable. Stay here for a few moments, allowing the benefits of this practice to sink in. And really, you can stay here for as long as you like. You could flick off your video now and just stay lying still, enjoying Savasana. But if you're ready to move on with your day, you can start to deepen and lengthen the breath, stretch out through the body, into your chest. And then begin to make your way up to a comfortable seat. Once you're comfortably seated, let's just take one last moment here. Reach the hands up, big breath in. As we exhale, thumbs to the third eye, and we'll hinge forward. Namaste. I'm so glad that I could have a chance to share this practice with you. Even with the bad weather we've had lately, still have a chance to get together. I hope you enjoyed this practice, and we'll see you again soon. Namaste.